It's Monday afternoon on the 22nd of August and it's, what is it now, just after 5 o'clock. Normally at this time we would now have the first marshals turning up. I'm down here at Tilbury. People would slowly get ready for the road closure at 6, but as you can see with the weather, it's not going to happen. Racing has been cancelled today, so this is probably going to be a rather short video. It's been raining most of the day, so the roads are proper wet and there's no way they can do racing anymore. As you know, we don't do racing in the wet anymore. Those days are gone, luckily, I would say. And B, if you look up on the mountain, I'll give you a shot later. Yeah, it's foggy up there, you can't see a thing. So no racing tonight, no practice, no qualifying, nothing. I'm going to try again tomorrow with the roads closures at 6 p.m, weather permitting. I haven't actually checked the weather report yet. Usually the best weather report on the Isle of Man is to look out the window in the morning, because it can just change so quickly over here that it's hardly worth doing. If you are looking for a reliable weather report, what I would recommend is you look at the one issued by Ronaldsway Met Office. That's a good one. That's usually the one on the government website. And also look at the one for the shipping forecast, because those guys pretty much have to get it right. So these are the two weather forecasts I would look at, but as I said, your best weather forecast is to look out the window in the morning and see what's what. So no racing, not much for me to do or tell or show you. Maybe worth mentioning a couple of things while I'm here. Number one is, of course, and I'm sure you've already noticed this, that we have an amazingly strong field in the Manx Grand Prix this year. And a lot of people think that all the stars they only come for the TT, but that's just not the case. Many of the top riders are here for the Manx Grand Prix, and they of course enjoy taking out different machines for it, more classic machines. It's probably a bit more fun for them, to be honest. So you have the likes of John McGuinness is up there, Michael Dunlop is here, Michael Rutter is here. I've seen Ian Locker here. I mean, I haven't seen him here in quite a while. James Hillier, many top names are on the island and are racing. So the Manx Grand Prix is not just something where a few locals come up and a couple of amateurs. We have a really good field, and it's going to be really good racing once the roads are dry. Also, what's worth mentioning while I'm here, the Manx Grand Prix, of course, was first run in 1923. And that means we're in the 99th year of it. Now it's technically, of course, not the 99th running of it, because it was cancelled a few times. But we're in the 99th year of it. And that means next year is a big one. It's the centenary. So it's the 100th year that it runs. It's not the 100th running of it, but it's the 100th year, 1923 to 2023. It's going to be a really big one. If you're planning to come here, I would say pretty much like when we had the TT centenary in 2007. That was crazy. That was just completely mental. I don't think it's going to be quite as mental in terms of visitor numbers, but if there's one Manx Grand Prix to come, I think it's going to be next year's. If you couldn't make it this year, do come next year. It's going to be special. It's definitely going to be a special one. And yeah, I mean, book early. It's what I always tell you. I know that the boats are already pretty much booked out to sort of 80%. Hotels are booking out fast. And if you can't get anything sort of towards the proper race days, towards the end of the festival, then I would recommend look at the beginning of it. This is always worth doing. It's worth doing with the TT, and it's certainly worth doing with the Manx Grand Prix. Come for the first sort of practice days. Now it's still relatively quiet on the island. It's going to increase over the week. It's not going to be TT levels. Manx Grand Prix usually is not. But it's going to get busy. And next year I predict it's going to be a busy one because of the 100 years. And there's going to be an even better field here. There'll be special machines here. There'll be a lot going on. So if there's one Manx Grand Prix that you want to come for, or if you haven't been, then make it next year, I would say, because it's going to be a good one. So other than that, there's not much more I can tell you tonight. Obviously, I'm down here at Tilbury. Hopefully, the next couple of days, from Thursday onwards, this area here behind me, with a nice view up on the straight, is of course going to be one of the Duke fan zones. Yes, you can tell I now do, a bit of work for Duke, and I'm very happy and proud to do that. So hopefully the weather will be good enough that people can actually come down here, have a seat, have a coffee or a drink, and enjoy the racing. Tonight it wasn't meant to be, so let's try again tomorrow.